Alright, well, this is Venice Beach. This is where I like to come. For some of you who may not live in California, this is a tourist attraction as well. That wall right there, people usually come to do graffiti. I don't know if it's legal or not. See, look, like that Martin Luther King right there. What's going on, guys? I just came back from Venice. Today is Monday, Martin Luther King Day. So I decided to come out for a bit. I need to get out of the house, or else I'll get cabin fever, which kind of sucks after a while, being home so much. First topic of the day is, what is Martin Luther King Day? For some of you who may not know, Martin Luther King was the man who who did the reformation on the civil rights of the African Americans. So we celebrate this day in remembrance of him. The story goes back probably to the 50s, 60s, I can't remember the exact date. What started it all was a group called the Black Panthers, which was organized by a man named Huey Newton. It was him and his colleagues who wanted to do a reformation, but unfortunately he was assassinated or killed. So once that happened, Martin Luther King, a couple of years later or so, he decided that he was going to do something like that. And that's exactly what he did. He fought for the rights of segregation, which is the civil rights of the people. In those days, there was a segregation on the Caucasians and the African Americans. And the African Americans, they had bathrooms that were only for the African Americans and whites. They had water fountains that were only for the African Americans and whites, etc., etc. So eventually he got fed up and he started this movement. I forgot what the movement was called, and then which later developed into his famous speech, "I Have a Dream," that took place in the monument of Abraham Lincoln, which is in Washington, D.C. And that's where apparently 1 million people showed up to hear his speech. And then again, he was assassinated, or he was killed. But either way, the Reformation still took place, and then everybody got along. But I don't know if you guys have noticed, in the history of the United States, people usually have been killed, the figure icons of the public usually have been killed or assassinated due to equality or something that involves race. If we go back to the Civil War era during the time of Abraham Lincoln, after the Civil War, he was assassinated. He was assassinated because I can't remember which amendment it was. I don't know if it was the 15th or the 16th Amendment where that abolished slavery for the African Americans. And because of that, some guy, I don't know who he was, but ended up killing Abraham Lincoln or whatever because of what he thought was right. It's just like modern day zealous Muslims who think that they're doing the will of God by killing Americans or by committing terrorist acts. And the reason why they do that is because apparently in the Quran it tells them that they should get rid of all evilness or whatever, and they view America as a nation of just nothing but evilness and sinfulness. So in their minds, they're doing what is right, but to us it's not right. I don't know, there's a huge debate on that. I don't want to get into a whole topic because then that involves religion and whatnot, so yeah. I'd rather keep those personal views to myself. I don't know if you guys know this, but apparently Yamaha wants to do they want to do a inline 3 engine. They're trying out a new concept. Instead of having an inline 4, it's going to be an inline 3, which is going to be a 3-cylinder engine. They want to sort of mimic the engine of the MotoGPs, because people have been asking about those. So they're going to try that out, I think maybe this year, if not next year, most definitely. But they're going to do that. So it's going to be a new R1 and a new R6, and from what I heard, they're also making a 300 as well. So I don't know how that's going to work out for Yamaha. I'm a huge Yamaha fan. I had a Kawasaki before. It was a good bike, but I like Yamaha better. I guess it's personal preference, you know. Everybody likes different types of bikes. Others like Kawasaki, Honda, Suzuki, BMW. I like Yamaha. This bike that I have has lasted me for so long. It has 32,000 miles on it. And the reason why it's lasted me so long is because I do the proper maintenance that it needs. At every 3,000 miles, I change the oil. At every 8,000 miles, I change the spark plugs. I recently did the valve adjustment. My book says you're supposed to do it at every 25,000 miles. Change the brake hose, change the brake pads, and I don't run the crap out of it either. I don't always redline it, so that also helps as well. I do the cooling flush every year. So yeah, that's the reason why this bike has lasted me for so long. I hear some good movies are coming out this year. The movie that I'm really wanting to see is that Interstellar by Christopher Nolan. Speaking of Christopher Nolan, this just brought up a topic. I don't know if you guys have seen all of his films, except for the Batman trilogy. But if you guys seen Inception, Memento, The Following, him and his brother always come up with these weird ideas about movies. And my cousin and we had discussed about this about a year or two back. And we thought, like, how does this guy come up with these ideas? It's like, he must be taking some type of psychoactive drug or something that like triggers his imagination, or he's just gifted like that. But all of his movies are weird, but they're kind of dope in a way. Like Inception, the movie was dope because it was about dreams or whatever. Memento was about what it also involved something with the brain that this man had. Well, he says he doesn't have amnesia, but I don't know what the hell it is. And then the Batman trilogy, the only one that I like was Dark Knight because of Heath Ledger's performance. Yeah, so Interstellar is the one that I'm looking forward to. It's about a group of NASA people who want to do like time travel or some shit like that. I don't know. I haven't really read the full description of what the movie's going to be about, but it looks pretty cool. 2014 is also about games. A lot of exclusives are coming out for the PS4, even though I don't have one yet, but I've seen a lot of exclusives this year. Like the Order 1886, that game looks pretty dope. I think it has to do with like werewolves and vampires and all that crap. It's sort of, I think it's sort of going to be like that game that was for Xbox and PS2. I think it's called The Reckoning. I don't know if you guys played it. I can't really remember it, but it looks sort of like that. There's that one. There's also Watch Dogs that is coming out, which looks pretty cool as well. There's also Destiny by Bungie. It's the same company that did Halo. And there's other exclusives as well. I hear they're coming out with The Last of Us 2. But I don't know, that's just rumors. I haven't really looked into that. You know what's one of my favorite games that I've been addicted to, which I first played and thought was kind of retarded and stupid, was Minecraft. The reason why I didn't like it because I'm all like, well, I mean, you're just holding a pickaxe and you're just digging away, but actually it's more to that. You build your own place. You breed livestock. And you can do so much in that game. But I hear that the PC version is better than the Xbox and the PS3. So yeah, I've been hooked on that. I've been trying to build my house. I've been trying to build the portal to the... I forgot what that place is called, the Netherland or something like that, or the Netherworld. And then from there, you have to build another portal that's called the End Portal or something like that, where you fight like this huge dragon or something. I don't know. I haven't been there yet. So yeah, the game is actually pretty dope. You dig. You find all types of stuff, you build your own stuff, you craft. I think the only thing that like really like threw me off about the game was the graphics. Because they look really old school, but I mean I couldn't imagine the game being something else. Or with better graphics or anything like that. But the game was developed by some Swedish guy. I forgot what his name is, but he developed it a while back. I think back in 2005 or something like that. It was more of an independent game, and then it eventually blew up, and people started buying it. And the game is dope. You guys gotta play it. For those of you who want to try something new out. This game will literally keep you entertained for hours and hours. Nicked it. Oh, another topic is how fast have you guys gone on your motorcycle, whether it's a cruiser or a sports bike or whatever. The fastest I've gone here, which was on the 110, the Metro Express lane, the fastest I've gone was about 130. If I go any more faster, I'll crap my pants. It's just way too fast. The air gets thick. I don't know, it scares me. Another topic is, if you had one place to choose in the world for free, all costs paid, where would you want to go? Any world in the world. The place that I've always wanted to go is Spain for some reason, I don't know. I've always wanted to go there. But that's not the really place that I've always wanted to go. Is the Holy Land, Israel. I've always wanted to visit Jerusalem, because I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a lot of history there. I mean, a lot of history. Let's do a little freeway action before I go home.